Hi everyone, my name is Jessica. Welcome to the vendor orientation today. We are so excited to have you all. Please take a look and please look at all of the information and listen to this presentation completely. A lot of important information will be shared during this presentation that will affect how you be a vendor at the farmers market. So first off, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Jessica Love. I'm the Tigard Farmers Market Market Manager. I have been with the farmers market for 7 years now, 4 of those years as the market manager. We will have one additional staff member with us throughout the season that will be specifically working on markets, but I will be kind of like your main contact during the market season. So for the agenda, we are going to talk over market layout, market operations, market currency, online ordering, our COVID-19 policies and recommendations, and then I'll give you some tips for success. So first up, we have a new market location. It's a very slight move. And so basically that is just across the street. So we're moving from Burnham Street to Tigard Street, still in downtown Tigard. The reason for this move is because one, it gave us a lot more space so that we can have more vendors while still being able to continue to social distance. And then two, it also gave us access to a clean restroom with hot water and soap, which is going to be in the Tigard Chamber of Commerce building, which is this building right here. It's going to be upstairs. That's our office, the Tigard Farmers Market's office. And so it gives you access to that. It also is a little bit beneficial for the downtown Tigard businesses that are open on Sundays. And then it also helps out our public safety departments like Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue and the Tigard Police Department, because they used Burnham as like a major driving point for them in getting to different places around the city. So this will help with them as well. So we are excited about this transition because it does give us the local access to a bathroom, which is much better than a porta potty, and it also gives us access to more space so that we can make sure that we're social distancing while still maintaining a solid market. So this is what the layout's going to look like, and you'll be getting your vendor placements each week. But I'll go over that. So arriving at the market on Sundays, the first thing that you're going to do first off is that setup begins as early as 7 a.m. Please not any earlier, because we need time to make sure that we close the street down properly before we can have vendors parking and setting up in the street. So please make sure that you arrive after 7 a.m. What you're going to do is you're going to enter on Tigard Street, which is just right here. Burnham Street, if you need a reference, is this street right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down Tigard Street. You can access it from Grant Street, which is up in the corner, or Grant Street is right here, or you can access it from Tiedemann, which is up here, and that's where you'd be coming if you're coming from 217 in Greenberg. If you're doing Grant Avenue, that is where you're going to be coming off of for 99W, if you're coming from those directions. Do not enter from Main Street, which is right over on this side, because you will be going against traffic and it will cause a huge cluster jam of cars. So please make sure that you do not come down Main Street to Tigard Street. Please make sure that you are dropping your stuff and then moving your car immediately. This is hugely important for flow and ease of setup. So please make sure that you are completely dropping all of your items off and then moving your car immediately and not setting up. We're going to be super strict on this year, just because we want to make sure that we are moving people through on traffic and making sure that it will help with social distancing. We also have to keep a fire lane available at all times. So making sure that you drop your stuff and then leave immediately will be very helpful. Again, no setting up your booth until your car is out of the market zone so that we have room for other vendors to come in. And then vendor parking is down at B&B Princeworth. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down Tigard Street. Once you get to your spot, you're going to drop your stuff. Then you're going to take a right and then you're going to take a move onto Main Street. You're going to take a left onto Burnham Street, and then you're going to take another left to where you'll be at B&B Print Source. So if you're a past vendor, this is where we've parked the last couple of years. There's two parking lots, a back parking lot and a front parking lot. Either one is fine. And then cars must be out of the market zone no later than 8:30 p.m. so that we have time for customers to come in and all the cars are out of the market. For closing the market, what you're going to do is you're going to do a little loop to get back to Tigard Street. So first off, no packing up until after the market bells rings at 1:30. This is very important. Have all of your stuff packed up before you go get your car. Again, like I mentioned for load-in, load-out is the same. We got to keep cars being able to get in and keep moving, and to help with flow of setup and tear down. So please make sure that you pack up your stuff as much as possible so that you are ready to just put things in your car when it's time. So making sure that you have your stuff all ready to go when you go get your car. Cars cannot come into the market until 1:45, and we cannot have vehicles waiting at the gate at 1:45. So please do your best, pack up all your stuff, go get your car, and then try to arrive at the gate right at 1:45. We need to keep the street is still active, and so we need to make sure that we are keeping the flow for cars, for vendor exit and all that stuff. We need to make sure that we're keeping the road clear. So please do not wait at the gate until 1:45. So what you're going to do to get to the entrance is you're going to take a left onto Burnham Street, and then take a left onto Main Street, and then you're going to go across 99W, and then take a right onto Grant, which then you're going to take a right onto Tigard Street. It's going to be just a mini little circle that then will take you back, and then once you've loaded up your car and you're good to go, you will then be able to take a left or right outside of onto Main Street. We do highly recommend taking a right, preferably, because taking a left turn can take a lot of time sometimes at the spot because of the traffic on Main Street. So please, if you can, take a right and then you just loop around to get to where you need to go. And then again, please make sure that you are not entering from Main Street. That will mess everything up. So please make sure that you're following the rules and going from Tigard Street. Load your car up quickly so that we can make room for the next person. Once you're done, again, you can take a left or a right onto Main Street. We recommend a right. It's going to be a lot easier and it's a lot safer. And then the street must reopen no later than 3 p.m. So if you are taking a little bit longer to clean up, we're going to ask you to move all of your stuff onto a sidewalk or into one of the parking spots that are in the street, and get it out of the way so that we can reopen the road, just because, again, that's what our permitting is for, is until 3 p.m. So please make sure that you are cleaned up by then. And then there's a $15 cleaning fee if one of our staff members, myself or my other staff member, has to clean up your booth because if you've left debris, we will be charging you $15. So for market operations, we will be using the dates that you've input into Manage My Market. If there's a change, please go in and change the dates on Manage My Market. Or if you're coming up to the week of and you need to cancel, or you want to add in a market day, we need to know by the Thursday, by 12 p.m. the Thursday before the market. You will be charged for the space fee if you no-show, no contact. So that means that you don't show up at the market and you didn't inform us in advance. The approved ways of contacting us for a cancellation after that Thursday at 12 p.m. is via email or phone message. The market map will be, and a space fee invoice will be emailed to you Thursday, no later than the evening, so Thursday evening. And then vendor-only restrooms will be available in the Tigard Chamber of Commerce office This is specifically for your safety and for the safety of our staff. This is only for vendors. Please do not share this with customers. We do not have a customer restroom available because we are encouraging customers to get in and get out and to use the restroom before they come. So up next, space fee is $32 per space. You will be invoiced and emailed an invoice on Thursday before the market each week, and payment is due before market day. We will no longer be collecting space fees at the market, and this is just, again, COVID-19 safety protocols. So please pay the invoice before you arrive. If you become behind on your space fee payments, you will not be allowed in the market until your invoices have been paid up. So please, we'd love to have you continue to be a vendor, so please make sure that you're paying attention to those emails. If something needs to change and you're having challenges with the invoices, let me know and I'd be happy to work out a plan with you. Tokens/market bucks will be collected at the end of each market day in our little cloth bags like we normally do. And then reimbursement checks will be handed out at the end of the next market day, or will be mailed if you're not going to be at the market the next day. For market currency, there's the $5 credit card tokens. Those are red $5 tokens. We are no longer selling those. Those are not, we won't be doing credit card processing transactions at the information booth. We highly recommend that you have your own credit card processing system if you don't already. You can, if a customer brings them to you and they are from past seasons, you still can accept them. So don't turn a customer away. We just won't be selling anymore. So, but you still can accept the $5 tokens because we know many customers have a pile at their house that they're waiting to use. And then change can be given for those, and it can be used for anything at the market. The $1 EBT tokens, those are like food stamps. We will be selling these at the information booth. You cannot give change for them. They're only good for food and plants, and they cannot be used for hot foods, alcohol, flowers, or crafts. If you have a question on whether or not you can accept EBT, reach out to us and we'll be happy to answer that question for you. The SNAP matching program, we have our SNAP bucks, which are with the $1 bucks, and they're treated just like EBT. So you cannot give change for them. They're only good for food and plant starts, and they cannot be used for hot foods, alcohol, flowers, or crafts. And those $1 tokens are green. The next thing is a new currency that we're implementing at the market. So we got another grant from Tualatin Soil and Water Conservation District to be able to offer these farm fresh food coupon vouchers. And so we will be giving out those. Customers will get these green $1 bucks when they turn in their vouchers, which looks like these, at the information booth. So these $1 food bucks, no change can be given, only good for food and plant starts. They cannot be used for hot foods, alcohol, flowers, or crafts. And this is important, they expire August 31st, 2020. So after August 31st, you cannot accept them anymore. And then if a customer brings you the voucher, this voucher, right, the $20 value voucher, please send them to the information booth to turn it in to get the $1 bucks, and not just utilize the voucher card because they can't get change back. So please make sure that you are sending them to the information booth to turn it in before you accept them. Online ordering, we've sent out a couple of emails about this. We will be doing online ordering. We will be listed on the app called What's Good. We won't be listed until opening day. So if you look for us right now, we won't be on there. Customers can order up till 11 p.m. the Friday before the market. Customers will pick up their purchases at the information booth. Please pre-package each order separately for each customer before coming to the market, and then have the customer's name clearly marked on it so that we know which customer that order belongs to. And then deliver your customer orders to the information booth by 8:45 a.m. the latest. If you have any questions specifically about the app and how it works and would like to be a vendor on the app, please reach out to the What's Good teams. If you have questions about how it's going to work specifically at our market, we can answer those questions. Our plan is to have the app live for opening day. So for social distancing, we are requiring social distancing officers. So I will be the acting, or whoever is acting as a market manager for a market will be the social distancing officer for the market in general. And that means that we'll be helping manage the general gathering spaces, general gathering areas throughout the market to make sure people are implementing social distancing. For each vendor booth is required to have a assigned social distancing officer. So if you are the owner and you're the only ones that are attending the market, then you would be your social distancing officer. Or, if you're not going to be there, you need to assign one to your staff. And so the officer must know they are the officer and be able to answer affirmatively any questions that they get asked. And then they will also be taking responsibility for enforcing social distancing policies in your own booth. So if you're not going to be there, then you're going to need to educate one of your staff on what our social distancing policies are and make sure that they are implementing them, and then are there to answer any questions just in case I have questions about what you're doing, or if we have the police or the city government or whoever come to the market, they'll be able to ask any vendor any questions on what their social distancing policies are. So for COVID-19 market operations, our booths will be spaced 5 feet apart from each other. If you have multiple vendor booths, you will be put together, but then your neighbors will be 5 feet apart from you. All seats will be removed. Non-essential programs like our Market Sprouts Kids Club, Music at the Market, Master Gardeners, and the community booth have all been postponed for the season. We will have hand sanitizer at the information booth available for customers. We will have a limit of 100 customers in the market at a given time. There will be one entrance and one exit into the market, and that's on Main Street. Market information booth tables, pens, and credit cards machines will be wiped down frequently, and then the staff will be wearing masks and gloves at all times. The vendor requirements for COVID-19 at our market: we have a zero tolerance policy for coming to the market sick. If you are sick or have been exposed to COVID-19, you are required to stay home. So please make sure, even if you're the slightest being sick, please stay home. You won't be penalized as long as you communicate with us. So if you could leave us a message or send us an email, that's all we need. You won't be charged for if it's COVID-19 related. Vendors must wear a mask at all times. This is not our rule. This is a state of Oregon rule. No sampling at the market, no exposed food on display. Everything needs to be covered or packaged where possible. Hot food sales are for takeout only, and vendors should have a hand sanitizer or a hand washing station available for customers at your booth. Vendors or volunteers who service or products require physical contact or proximity, such as face painters or masseuses, are not allowed at the market currently. All vendors must follow all rules and guidance from the OHA and the ODA and our local government. Washington County has not entered into phase 1 yet, so we are still stay home, stay healthy. And so please make sure that you are following the rules for your different industry sectors, especially if you are a food vendor, making sure that you're following the OHA and ODA policies for restaurants as well. For recommendations, please, these are some ideas that we recommend that you do. Pre-bag or pre-wrap your items in advance. Collect and bag all of your items for your customers. Do this by putting the register at the front of your booth and then you grabbing the food and then bagging it for them and then handing them the bag. Round your pricing to the nearest dollar where possible to cut down on coin and cash changing hands per transaction. Use plastic tablecloths or clear plastic to cover cloth for easier wipe down. A good booth layout strategy is to put an empty table in front of your booth with the products behind it and then vendors behind that table, and this will enforce social distancing and put your products out of reach of customers. And then wear gloves when possible if you have a habit of touching your face, mouth, or eyes. Some tips for success: list your products on What's Good. We've heard from multiple farmers markets that What's Good has increased their sales as people might be scared to shop at a market. And so this is a great way for them to still be able to buy their fresh market produce and products without having to possibly go through the market. Consistency is important. If you are every once in a while vendor, you don't come to the market every single day, consider having a sign at your booth that lets people know the next day that you will be at the market. Have a clean and safe booth setup. Look friendly and engaging at the market. Create a partnership with other vendors at the market. Have special promotions going on. And then market that you're going to be at the market by posting on social media before, during, and after. Start a newsletter for your fans. Have a website. And then have printed flyers that you can put in the customers' bags or available for them to grab. We encourage you to connect with the market on social media through Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We also have our website link up there for you to go check that out. If you have any questions, feel free to email us, and we look forward to seeing you at the market on some days. Have a great day.